Welcome to this week's edition of the Venturing Connection. Today I have a special guest, Jim Virgin, who is very involved at the national level, working on committees, as well as being well known for his paddle sport knowledge. So let's get started.
Hi Sarah, great to be with you today.
Well, thank you. So let's start off with a fun question.
Okay.
What is the coolest place you have ever been?
Oh, I like to travel all over the world, so probably going to have to say Fiji. And there's two pinnacles of diving that you work down, and it looks like a fish tank, all the little fish. It's the coolest place I've ever been.
Okay. So you will be at skateboarding for Jamboree.
Yes.
How did you get that job specifically?
Well, it's an interesting story. I've been involved with national events through my paddling areas for kayak events and races. And of course, I've been involved a lot with scouting. And Mike Hardebeck, my boss, came up and said, "I need you on my team." And I go, "Great." He goes, "We're going to have a lot of fun time." And I go, "Great." And he goes, "You're going to be in charge of skateboarding." And I go, "Great." Any questions? Yeah, where do I learn to skateboard? So it's going to be a lot of fun. We're learning with it. We've got a great staff, and the facility is world class. This is a great thing, so make sure you come and visit us up there at the Jamboree on Mayhem Mountain.
Great, sounds wonderful. So, kind of talking about your experience with paddle sports. How did you get involved with that, as well as the American canoe?
Believe it or not, my first merit badge was the canoeing merit badge. And I started learning how to canoeing when I was 11 years old. Since then, I started learning more skills, became a raft guide, kayak instructor, and most recently, we've started stand-up paddleboarding in the American Canoe Association. I'm currently honored to serve as the vice president of that organization. We've been around for 130 years, and we represent paddle sports of all types.
Wow, that's great. So, paddleboarding, what got you interested in that? I know that one of your profile pictures on Facebook has you doing a handstand.
Well, the paddleboarding, ironically, started while we were doing a paddling workshop in Hawaii. And it had just started to become big, so we went down to the beach and grabbed surfboards and paddles and literally started learning how to fall in real quick and easy. Since that time, I just finished a couple weeks ago a public service announcement that should be coming out shortly on how to do paddle sports and how to do stand-up paddleboarding specifically. So it's a lot of fun. It's a little different. If I'm paddling for less than an hour, I like to be on a stand-up paddleboard. More than that, put me back in my kayak. I'm good.
Awesome. So you recently went to Philmont. Can you tell us about your experience and why you were there?
It was fantastic. Just prior to the national meetings, I had the opportunity of being a Leave No Trace Master Educator Instructor. Or more precisely, I got to hang out with the Rangers in the backcountry for a few days as they showed me how awesome their Leave No Trace skills are. Because it really wasn't a lot of teaching. They do a fantastic job anyways. But we now have 10 new Master Educators on the Philmont staff.
Wow, that's great. So my final question is kind of a fun one. It's from Jill, who's the incoming Western Region President, and soon to be in a few days.
I'm guessing it has something to do with Disney. Just guessing.
Possibly. What is your favorite Disney ride?
Oh, well, I love roller coasters of all types, shapes, and sizes. But I gotta be honest, the best Disney ride I have ever ridden was Space Mountain 2 in Disneyland Paris.
Wow, going international.
It's international, and it's that is the Space Mountain that actually has a loop in the dark, so it's very good.
Wow, that sounds really cool. And thank you for all of this wonderful information and all that you do for us.
Well, thank you very much, Sarah.
So thank you again for being on the Venturing Connection.
It's been my pleasure.
I normally have my co-host help sign off with me. Would you be willing?
I would love to.
Okay. Life is an adventure.
Go venturing.